I think we've all heard the phrase, the road to hell is paved with good intentions. Well, I was on a walk that I just got back from, and what I've made a habit of recently is listening to my favorite podcaster, which is Andrew Huberman of the Huberman Lab, because he's so smart and he brings such incredible information to the masses. You know, he's a brilliant scientist and he's also a great communicator, and I rarely miss any of his podcasts. So if you're not listening to his content, my recommendation would be make it a habit. Anyway, more about that later. This idea of the road to hell being paved with good intentions was just triggered on this walk as I realized that, you know, this idea of living hell or the road to hell is something that's been chasing through and racing through my mind. Sometimes there are events, things that happen in our lives and the lives of the people that we love that cause us or cause the people that we love to go into this place of being brought to your knees. There's other moments in life, and this is the part that I was reflecting on this walk, are when I do it to myself. So this podcast that I just listened to was all about habits, and there's a component of that podcast about the award prediction error. And he said something that was so insightful and so smart for me that it just had me in one of those moments of an epiphany, like, oh my goodness. And it was this, that when I make plans for myself, when I set myself up to succeed, and then massively fall short and disappoint myself, regardless of what it is. Let's say I'm going to learn to play the guitar, which is something I've been intending to do for years, or write my first book, which is something I've been intending to do for years. When I get in that mindset and I'm setting a goal around that, the dopamine in my system is elevated. But the moment I disappoint myself, when I fall short of what it is that I said that I was going to do, the dopamine that my body depends on drops below where it was at the point in which I had that thought, which is devastating. It really explains a lot to me, because the feeling that I have when I disappoint myself, and trust me, I've disappointed myself and put myself into that proverbial hell more than anything that I can imagine. You know, I'm working on breaking that as a habit of disappointing myself. But this is the idea, is that experience of beating the crap out of myself is all triggered in this dopamine system. So I'm going to see if I can somehow link this podcast that I just finished listening to, so all of you can hear it if you want to, about habits, and pay particular attention to this reward, prediction error component of it. It's near the hour and 5 minute mark in the podcast. Have a great day.